So I'm here today with Parli. Parli is founder of Baddies Love Coffee. Before we get into that amazing name, are you originally from Vegas?
Yeah, I was born and raised in Vegas.
Okay, that's hard to find people born and raised here. What was it like growing up in Vegas?
It was different, I think, but I also went to college here, and I feel like it's different. I think it's hard. I feel like growing up too, and then now being 21, like it's really hard to meet people and make friends, and then also kind of stay away from the nightlife because I feel like that's become the norm.
So for me, the only perspective I have is my wife, because I came here my senior year in high school, and my wife was born and raised here, and we live on a farm. We have horses and goats and chickens and stuff I don't even know about. But she used to ride her horse through the drive-through at McDonald's and ride her horse to the drive-in. There was nothing much around. Do you remember Vegas like that? Just a couple roads and not much going on.
I feel like, so for me, I grew up downtown.
Okay.
So my parents have a house in downtown.
Nice.
So I grew up right next to the Strip. So that has been the norm for me my whole life.
Nice. Has downtown changed, do you feel, since you
Oh,
grew up there?
definitely. Yeah. They actually, like, where my parents' house is, they finally have a stop sign for that one street.
Okay.
So they're making a lot of changes now. And I see a lot of growth within, like, our community because my parents' house is in a historic neighborhood.
Okay.
So I've seen a lot of renovations in that community. It's grown a lot. And even the downtown area now, like, there's so many condos coming, so many apartments that we didn't have before.
I wonder why they're keeping it like a historic area? Probably keep the vibe so they don't.
Maybe, but I feel like it doesn't feel historic though because of all the renovations. Like, it doesn't.
Everything looks modern instead of.
Yeah, it's becoming that.
That's
But you'll see, like, in that neighborhood, you'll see a bunch of houses. They're unique homes because nowadays, like, all the homes look the same. But in that neighborhood, they each have their own unique personality.
Yeah, when we're showing houses, I mean, it's cool to kind of go into those old neighborhoods where they're not just all cookie cutter homes and, they all look the same, which is not a bad thing either, because the new homes are nice too, but it's nice to kind of get that old Las Vegas vibe to how things used to be in town before they turned into a big city.
Yeah. I always wanted, like, a huge backyard with, like, a pool, but now it's hard to come by here.
You got your first place recently, right?
Yeah.
What was that experience like?
It was a long process. So we worked with Mishak, who is one of your realtors. We toured homes for 8 months.
Oh, wow.
Like, not like on and off, but
okay.
We toured so many homes. I'm surprised he dealt with this.
He's the best.
No, he is. We would tour the same homes, like, again and again because for me, I wanted to see exactly what was on the market before I decided. And me and my partner, we have very specific needs in the home. Like, my boyfriend, he wanted a walk-in pantry. There was just so many things on the list, but we were able to check every box that we wanted.
So you ended up getting a new build?
Yeah.
Okay. After 8 months, what made you choose that?
We honestly, thankfully we weren't in a rush because we both had a place that we were staying at. So we weren't in a rush to find anything. But I remember that weekend we toured homes and we didn't find anything. And then my boyfriend went out of town and Mishak was like, I came across this home. We need to see it now because people are going to put in an offer in right away. So I toured it within 2 days and I FaceTimed my boyfriend to look at it and I fell in love with it, but I also didn't want to get my hopes up if he didn't like it. But it had everything that we wanted. And so he was like, yes, put in an offer. So we put in an offer. My boyfriend didn't even see the home until until the home inspection. Then he finally saw it.
That was his first time.
Yeah.
So it basically checked a lot of your boxes. That's why you kind of figured that was the one.
Yeah.
Nice. And pretty young to buy your first house.
Yeah, I was. So we bought it last year. I'm 26 now, so I was 25.
That's awesome.
My boyfriend is he was 27.
That's incredible.
Yeah, it's been a goal of ours. So we've been together we're coming up on 9 years this year. So we kind of like grew up together too. So like we've always, ever since we met, we've always been like this, like our goal is to get married, get a house. And it's a goal that like you think that's going to happen, but it's like so far out of reach.
Right.
So yeah, it's been a long time coming, but like it's something that we work towards for years.
What advice would you give to people buying their first place?
I think definitely save. Because of the down payment and like any closing costs. And then for us, we moved in with nothing. So we had to like buy everything. And it's been a year now and we're still filling things like I was there sleeping on a mattress on the floor for a while.
Yeah.
So I would say definitely like save as much as you can. And that's honestly what we did too. Like since for years we saved. So it was like a goal that we worked towards. But I think another thing, because I think this is a very big misconception, is like thinking that you need to have it all figured out. Mm-hmm. And like when I first talked to Mishak and I told him like, hey, I was interested in buying a home, but I'm not ready. I don't have enough. I don't have X amount. Right. I don't have this. I don't have that. And he told me like, don't worry. Let's just talk about it. Start the process. So I think people just need to start the process because you never really know what is actually needed and you don't know what's on the market. And that's the great thing about realtors that I think people don't know is that you guys are meant to guide us through the process. Mm-hmm. We don't know all the answers. We're not supposed to like come with all the answers.
Right. Yeah, for sure. And Mishak handled that perfect. He's one of my best agents. I know you've known him for a while. He's a great guy. He was on the episode couple months back talking about downtown. He loves it down there. He grew up there too.
Yeah, so he grew up 2 streets from me.
Oh, okay. Look how and wow. And now look at you guys both crushing it. But that's such great advice because for us what we like to do and sit down with our clients and do the buyer consultation is help guide you through that process because nobody can have it all figured out. And if it's down payment, there's down payment assistance programs. If whatever it is, it doesn't have to be for that moment. It could be from a month from now, a year from now. So that's some great advice. I heard you say goal. It was our goal a couple times. How do you treat goals? Because I know with my team, we do vision boards every year. What's kind of your style with goals?
I do a vision board every year. I started doing a bingo card because...
What's a bingo card?
So it's...
That sounds cool.
You need to do it. So it's like so a vision board is just pictures.
Right.
But now with the bingo card, you can actually write down the goals and throughout the year cross it out.
And try to make like X's and O's, or is it just...
Try to get a full card done.
Okay.
But I think it could be more realistic. Like, let's say go on a trip.
I was thinking tic-tac-toe. No, we just want to mark all of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you could do, like if you're planning to go on a trip with your family or do a self-care day, it can be simple goals too that you know you're going to accomplish that year.
Right.
Yeah, that's helped me stay on track because I try to plan like ahead for the years. I know it's not always possible, but I try to write. Like I also have a goal journal where I write down all my goals.
That's awesome.
So like for this year on my bingo card, I did have go on a podcast.
Look at you. Well, let's cross that off when you get home. We're one step closer to screaming bingo. But for me, we've been doing it with my team every year. And what's cool is before we start, we have everybody go up and talk about what they've accomplished on the board. And I just get goosebumps. It's amazing just seeing what people accomplish. And mine's in my closet, so I see it every day when I get ready. I don't look at it, but it's there. So I think I'm looking at it without knowing that I am. And that's great advice you've been given. So going from that, let's go back to Baddies Love Coffee. We have a mug in my office, so I see it all the time with Mishak and Luis, another agent in my office. They kind of were part of your event, but tell us a little bit about what it is.
Yeah, so Baddies Love Coffee is a women's community that I created last year. So it's where we host events just to bring women together. And it kind of started. So back in 2021, I started my wellness journey.
Okay.
So,
what is a wellness journey for people who don't know?
Yeah. So I was going through a very hard time. I had very low self-esteem. I was going through depression. So I started going to the gym and started doing things to take care of myself. And that was my outlet. And I had a transformation, like mentally, physically, and throughout that, I knew that I wanted to help women in a way to also experience what I experienced. So then fast forward to 2023, I had an idea to create a social club, but then I had so much self-doubt. I was like, I need this amount of followers, or like I need to look a certain way. So I just forgot about it. And then the end of 2024, I thought about it again because I was like, because being on your wellness journey, especially like, let's say you don't go out to eat or you don't drink or you don't want to do certain things, it can be very isolating. And it could be hard, like to meet other people or just hang out with people, especially in Vegas, since everything is so nightlife focused. And I didn't see any wellness events happening. So the end of 2024, I told myself, okay, in 2025, I want to create a community, but I put on my bingo card in 2025 was to just host one event. Like that was my goal for the year. So I ended up hosting an event for International Women's Day in 2025. And then I posted about it and so many women just resonated with it and they wanted to be a part of it. And that's just like how everything grew.
Where was that first event?
It was at a cafe.
Okay.
Yeah, it was around like 10 people at a cafe, just meeting up to celebrate International Women's Day, getting coffee, journaling, talking. And yeah, it just grew from there.
That's awesome. I love that wellness journey. For me, it started probably several years ago where just work stress, house stress, just like you need some sort of outlet and going to the gym. I started waking up at 5 a.m. and going to the gym. And for the first couple weeks, I tell people this, it's kind of funny, but I would just go in the gym, walk around for a few minutes and leave. And I did that for a week or two just to build that routine. Because I feel like a lot of success in life, whatever you do, comes to basically back to just having a routine. So
yeah. And also it doesn't matter as long as you show up. Like even the days where I don't feel like it, I show up and if I don't do anything at all, it's the fact that I had that discipline and I told myself I'm going to show up no matter what.
Yeah, that's awesome. There's a big quote at the gym I go to on the wall. It says the only bad workout is the one you didn't have. So you're inspiring. That quote's inspiring. And I love the wellness part of what you're talking about because that could mean something different for everybody, right? Wellness doesn't mean one specific thing.
Yeah, I agree.
So that's where coffee came into the name?
Yeah, so with coffee, so something I would do as an alternative to eating out is I would just be like, hey, let's grab a coffee. It's easy. There's also low calorie options. Like I usually do an iced Americano with sugar-free vanilla. Or I mean, you could just grab a water. You don't have to drink coffee if you don't want to, or matcha. And I feel like coffee is such an easy way to connect people. Most people grab coffee anyways. Yeah. So another part to it was like we all grab coffee on our own, so might as well grab it together.
Yeah. On the way over here, I was gonna ask my daughter what baddie meant, but I don't want to feel too old by asking that question. So maybe you can break it down for me.
So
can a guy be a baddie or is that a girl thing?
Let's leave it for the women.
Okay, perfect. You guys can have it. I don't know. She made a TikTok with me and something about baddie was in there. But
a lot of men want to be baddie.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous, but we'll give it to you. You guys deserve it. You guys are incredible. You deserve it. But what does it mean?
So with baddies, it's very common in social media, and it's something that I've always like had in my vocabulary. Like I call my friends baddies. I call everyone baddie. So it's kind of funny because I came up with it because I was like, oh, we're going to a cafe. We're going to get coffee and we're baddies. We're going to the cafe. So Baddies Love Coffee. But honestly, it's had a deeper meaning to me now with the community. So something that I tell the girls and I want to give them as a reminder is like being a baddie is not just about your aesthetics and it's not just about how you look. And don't get me wrong, of course, I love to get ready. I love to like look cute and feel good about myself. And it is important to, if you look good, you feel good. But I want the girlies to remind themselves that it's a mindset. So when they show up to our events, we want you to look cute and feel good about yourself, but it's also about how you show up for yourself. It's about giving back to others. It's about, there's so much more to it than just how we look.
Nice. I like that. How many people are in this group now?
So across all of our platforms, we've grown to 15,000 followers. Wow.
So this was needed.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of baddies out there looking for coffee. I like that. But that event that Mishak and Luis were part of, that was big.
Yeah, we had about, I want to say 50 to 70 spots in that one. And that was such an amazing day. So for that one, we celebrated National Coffee Day.
Okay.
Because that was also another event that I didn't see people hosting in Vegas. So it was a nice way to celebrate it and still add in wellness in it. So it was a Pilates and coffee event. So the girlies, we did Pilates so we can get some movement in. And then we had coffee there. And then we also had vendors there because we always like love to incorporate small businesses to also support them too.
Where was it at?
It was at Ferguson's downtown.
Oh, okay. Nice. So you had that big area. It was a grass area.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a cool spot. How'd you come up with that idea?
I was trying to look. So Pilates and Coffee is an event series that we do. So for me, with our events, I try to add in like the social aspect. So it's not just you're showing up and doing a class, but you're getting a full Baddies Love Coffee experience. So there's a social hour afterwards where you can grab coffee, meet new people. All the girls that come are so welcoming and they're all there for the same reasons. But for me, I wanted to blend the wellness with being social.
I like that. Do you think the wellness is picking up and becoming cool?
Definitely, yeah. I've seen so much growth with wellness and communities in Vegas this past year, and it's been amazing to see. Like last year, we were part of the first sober wellness event on the Strip, so that was amazing.
Yeah, that's cool. My daughter goes to a lot of concerts and super proud of her. She runs all my marketing and does an incredible job, but I know there's a word for it where, I don't want to say kids, but these young people nowadays, they go for a sober, I wish I knew what it was called, but kind of that lifestyle.
Yeah.
You don't have to get drunk to be cool and kind of all that stuff. But that's kind of the scene that was always built around, especially Vegas, just because we're, 24/7. But that's awesome that it's coming together like that.
Yeah, I love to see it because I love to see how much the city has grown. And it just shows you that people want those experiences here. So
how many of these events have you done already?
So within the past year, we've done about 20 events.
That many?
Yeah.
Wow.
We try to aim for at least 1 to 2 events a month, if not a little bit more, just depending on the month. But yeah, it's been great. We do a mix. So we do like Pilates and coffee. We'll do walking events, social events. I try to put in variety. So it can be like free events just to make it accessible like for anyone. And then we also have our paid events like the Pilates events where you get more things for the ticket price.
Is Pilates similar to yoga?
I would say it's a little bit similar, but it's more of a workout.
Okay.
Yeah, we've done a yoga too. We've done yoga and coffee.
I like that. Everything involves coffee with it. What about tea? Is tea okay?
Yeah, we have a vendor that also serves matcha.
Okay. Nice. How many people normally do you get for these events?
So it just depends on the space, but it's typically from like 50 to 100 people.
Okay. That's a lot. What's been your favorite part of this Baddies Love Coffee journey?
It's honestly been just meeting women.
Uh-huh.
Like I think I still like am in disbelief and like I still have imposter syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Even when I'm at the event, I'm like, wait, I'm the host. But just meeting new women and seeing all of the connections they're making, all of the friendships. I think we're so blessed with our community that we have the most amazing women that show up. They're so inspiring. They're so welcoming. They're all there for the right reasons. I've seen so many friendships form. And a lot of women have told me too that it was their first event that from like seeing our TikTok or Instagram videos, it was the first event that they felt drawn to and they wanted to be a part of. So I love hearing that. And I don't know, I'm just in disbelief. Like I love seeing the girlies. It's also like, it's much needed for me too. Because some weeks I'm like, I'm feeling down and then I have an event and it wakes me up and it makes me feel so good.
That's awesome. That's how I am with my team. I started my real estate team about 5-6 years ago. I've been doing real estate for over 20, but just having them around me is so inspiring and just helping them achieve greatness is the biggest reward anybody could ever give me. But I see it in them a lot. As soon as they hit success, they're worried about, and it kicks in, is the imposter syndrome. Like, how did you fight that?
I'm still fighting.
Yeah.
I think it's hard because I think right now I'm kind of dealing with it. I'm dealing with it right now because a lot of the girls, they want to take videos and stuff. And I love that. But when they post a video of me, I'm like, oh my gosh, like, no, I shouldn't be hosting. Or I think I get imposter syndrome about the way I look or feeling like I'm not qualified enough to do this. But I think it's just about doing it and just showing up. And that, again, that's like being a baddie. You need to show up even when you don't feel like it, even when it would be easier to cancel or to not host the event or to not do it at all. But that's what makes us baddies, is we are going to do it no matter what.
That's so cool. And you can drop that today because you are awesome. You are incredible. And the fact that you even got this off the ground is amazing, because a lot of people, you know, the first time adversity hits, or they just stop, and you kept going. So you're not an imposter. It's the real deal.
Yeah.
You're crushing it. And, you know, years ago, my sister told me, do social media, do videos. This was probably a long time, 7-8 years now. And I always had an excuse. I don't have the right camera. I don't have the right mics. I don't have the right this. I don't like the way I look. I don't like the way I sound. I'm monotone. It's going to be boring as hell. But you know what? Finally, just like Nike's slogan, I tell everybody, just do it. And I did it. And yeah, I mean, this is the way I look. I can't change it. This is the way I sound. So I think, you know, just inspiring baddies like you to just, you know, go and do it, because I'm sure even they're nervous to go to these events. How do you do small talk? And yeah.
I even tell them and I remind them, like, them showing up is so much, because it takes a lot to go to something on your own, not knowing who's going to be there. But the fact that they did it, like, and you only need to do one step, like just showing up to an event, that's one step. Going to a workout, that's one step. You just have to do little steps to like accomplish your goals. Because a lot of people also ask me, like, how are you so confident? And I'm not always confident, but I have to practice being confident. So me showing up is practicing that.
Yeah, what a gift from God you got to just motivate people. That's so beautiful. I love it. I mean, for me, you know, I'm trying to listen to motivational stuff. I don't have negative people around me. So just seeing your energy is super awesome. Recently, my wife has been doing a lot, reading a lot of books, but like audio ones. So I'm in the kitchen talking to her and thinking she's listening. She's not. She has headsets in. So what about like a Baddies Love Coffee and reading type of thing? Can we get a book club going so I can send her your way?
Yeah, I think that would be awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I do like to read too, but I feel like the books, because I read a lot of nonfiction.
That's what she's reading. And by accident, it came on in the car on Bluetooth when I was backing out for the gym in the morning. I'm like, what is this? And they're talking about some war and dragons. And I'm like, what is going on? And then I realized that's her book. Me, I'm like, because I'm more, I'm reading books about business and this and that. And hers sounded a lot more fun. So maybe you can get like a book club version going. I can send her your way.
Yeah, maybe that's in the works.
Okay. She's a baddie.
She is.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. What about do any of the guys get jealous when the girls are going to this event? Like they want their version of a baddies event, or
men do.
Yeah.
I've gotten so many hate comments.
Well, I saw Meshach and Luis there, and I'm like, you're not a baddie. How did you get there? So I'm sure the guys are jealous. They can't have one of those cool events like you guys have.
But you guys can create it. What's stopping you?
I don't know. I might go and create one myself, but you can't top Baddies. I mean, that's an incredible name. I don't know what to call it, but I think like when you're young, it's easy to make friends, or easier. I was really shy growing up, so it was a little harder. And I moved here my senior year, so it was even harder. But I feel like when you're in the same age group, it's easy to make friends. You're in school or you're doing sports or different things. But once you're done with school, it's hard to make friends at work because they're different ages. And it's just hard to be on the same page. So that's awesome that you created this environment, for women to get together. And
it's so hard. And especially in Vegas, because there's so many people moving in from other cities.
Mm-hmm.
So they're lacking friendships and they're lacking that community that we need.
Yeah, and I'm so blessed because my clients become my friends. And like you, I do events. I do 2 events a year for my clients and throw parties for them. And like these are my friends now that when they move, I'm just crushed because a lot of them are in the military. They move a lot. So you get kind of attached to them. Any suggestions for people who want to give this a shot and come to this event, but maybe they're just not comfortable, to do it? What's your recommendation to them?
I would say just try it.
Mm-hmm.
Like always, like put yourself out there. I think it goes both ways. Like we can provide this amazing environment for you to feel comfortable in, but you need to do your part and show up, and not only for us, but like for yourself. Just do it for yourself. It's part of self-care, is like doing things that you want to do that you're scared to do.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell when somebody's new at the event?
Yeah. And our events are different too, because you'll see with our events, we don't leave you hanging. Like I try to talk to as many people as I can, because I want every single person to know that they're valued and that I appreciate them even showing up, because I know that it's so difficult to do that. Whether it's a paid or free event, like I don't care. I want you to know that you're welcome here. That's and awesome. I appreciate you so much.
When we do this events, like in the summer, we do one for the kids and the dogs at the park and from all of my clients. And then the winter one, we do a more fancy one. But my problem, because we have like 150 to 200 people come, is I'm so stressed. How do I say hi to everybody? Do you ever feel that? Like, did I not say hi to them and just get worried about that?
Yeah, it's hard.
Give me some advice.
It's hard. I think you can't do it alone. I think something I've realized is I can't do everything. I can't be the host. I can't be the videographer. I can't be the organizer, the check-in person. Like I have to assign those roles. So I've been fortunate enough to have my close friends help me and be part of that team. So that's definitely helped a lot, because then I can just focus on hosting and just talking to all the women that are there.
Have you made any like super close friends from this?
Yeah, I have.
That's cool. That's awesome.
I think like when you put yourself out there too, you attract your people.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's something too that I was scared of was, oh my gosh, I'm going to do this. I mean, thankfully I did have support from my friends and my family. But in the beginning, it's like you're nervous because you're like, even like posting on social media, it's like, who's going to support this? Or like, you know, it's kind of embarrassing. But then you realize that you need to put yourself out there to be seen. And then you're going to start attracting people.
Where did it start? Was it like a Facebook group or how did it start?
It was on TikTok. So I posted a TikTok video. So
I just made myself sound so old. You're like, what's Facebook?
No, so on TikTok, I post my own personal like wellness journey. So like me going to the gym and my routines and stuff. So on my personal page, I posted about our first event and then that just like blew up.
That's awesome. If somebody was to start their wellness journey now, what advice would you give them?
I think there's so much information out there now. So like back then when I started, I would watch a bunch of YouTube videos, but you can just search on TikTok. Like if you're not sure, another thing too is you can do workouts at home. Like if you want to get some movement in, try to walk around the neighborhood if you can, do some workouts at home. And then if you're ready to go to a gym, I would plan your workouts before you get there because that's what I would do. I would have my notes app and I would watch YouTube videos and then write down all the workouts I'm going to do and then make sure I search the exercises so I know the proper form and everything.
Nice.
So I would just have a plan or, just show up and you can just go on the treadmill or you can just like walk around. It's just the fact, just get comfortable with it.
That's nice nowadays that, everything's on YouTube. Before you'd have to pay for a trainer. Now you can learn everything you need to right there. Yeah. That's good advice. And recently, I try to go to the gym, I go 5 days a week, but I wanted to add a secondary thing to it. So my daughter got me into walking after work too. And that is super peaceful. Just walking around the neighborhood and not listening to anything, but just it's good to be outside. We need that.
Yeah. But even if you can't walk outside, something I invested in was a walking pad.
Okay. I've seen people use that at work.
Yeah. I have a walking pad at home and that helps me. Cause honestly, walking, you can see a lot of changes with just walking. Cause I think we don't realize how much we don't walk. So if I didn't track my walking and if I wasn't intentional about walking, I would probably walk around like 1,000 steps. But actually being on the walking pad, it gets me to 10,000 steps.
That's awesome.
So it's just, that's like another easy thing you can add to your routine.
I'll let you know. It's only been, I think day 3 or day 4. So I'll let you know in a couple months, but just those couple days have been amazing. And it's funny you say that because I looked at my iPhone and I opened up the health app and I was doing probably 2,000 to 3,000 steps a day. And now it's like 7,500. I was like, man.
That's good. That's a big difference.
I like that. Give me some encouragement. I want to get to 10K. 10K. I did 2 yesterday, 1 in the morning, 1 at night. But yeah, anything you can do. I've seen people use that at work on the desk. People have standing desks to be able to walk underneath. But
yeah, I have a standing desk in my office, and then I just use the treadmill so I can work and walk.
So you have a day job too?
Yeah. Okay. So I work full time in marketing.
Okay. How's that? You like marketing?
I love it. I went to school for it. And I always knew I wanted to do something in digital marketing. So, yeah, it just worked out.
Nice. What do you have? Do you do a vision board besides the bingo card, or the bingo card is your vision board?
I do both. So the vision board is more visual.
Okay.
And then the bingo card is like actually writing down the specific goal.
All right. So what's the big ones on your vision board for this year?
So one of the big ones was to go on a podcast.
Check. We got that. Cross that out. I like that.
Because I want to start trying to put myself out there and speak live.
Oh, wow.
Because last year I went to a women's the business of her women's conference at
Okay.
the Sahara. And that inspired me
Really?
so much. Yeah.
I love going to those conferences. I go to a lot of real estate ones, but that's kind of my dream too, to get up there and just talk and just try to help agents out who are struggling. Is that kind of what your goal is, just to help women who are struggling, or?
Yeah, I've always wanted to help women, especially women in relationships, because it's so common for us to like not care about ourselves, or to not care about ourselves as much, or not prioritize ourselves. So I just want women to know that it's important, because we need to pour into ourselves first, and then we can pour into other areas of our life.
We'll bring you to come talk to our agents first. Talk to 20 people. I mean, some guys will be listening too.
Maybe we need a wellness workshop there.
We do. I mean, I've talked to a couple of my agents who, go through some hard times, and that same exact advice. I always tell them, you can't take care of anybody else until you take care of yourself. Mm-hmm. So I feel like that's where the foundation is. And for me, my morning routine is everything. It starts with making my bed, the gym, praying, and then having a good breakfast, and then going. Like, without that, my day would be shot.
Yeah, I'm still working on my routine.
Mm-hmm.
It's been really hard to adjust to like living in a new home, working full time, working on the women's community. There's just a lot of things going on, but I know how important it is. But
look at all the stuff you accomplished. That's absolutely incredible. It's hard to see. It's easy for me to see from the outside, because I always beat myself up, and people are like, what are you talking about? You're killing it. It's hard to see yourself. So I'm glad I can tell you that you're doing absolutely amazing.
Oh, thank
you. You're crushing it. And, seeing you on stage when I was talking to you, I felt like I saw that. Like that'd be a great place for you to just motivate and inspire other people. The good thing is right now with social media, you could touch a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So what are some of the platforms you're using now to kind of grow the group for the people listening and stuff? Where's the best way for them to kind of find you?
Yeah. So we we mainly post a lot of things on Instagram.
Okay.
So it's at Baddies Love Coffee LV. So we post all of our events, any recaps, any partnerships that we're doing, anything coffee baddie related.
Okay. Do we have some merch?
It's coming.
Okay. I have a mug in my office, but people can't have that.
Yeah, so we're working on, we kind of showed our hats last year.
Okay.
So they've been in production for a while, but they're coming soon. And then we also have like tote bags and shirts and stuff coming too. And
people will be able to get that at the events?
Yes, either at the events, or we're also dropping our website.
Ooh, big announcement. I like that. Did you get the domain already? Okay, good. I was like, you better, before people hear that, because I was about to grab my phone. BaddiesLoveCoffee.com. See if it's available. What about on the bingo card? What's a big thing on that?
For Baddies Love Coffee, it's just to continue growing the community, and also just work on continuing to support small businesses and grow our partnerships in a bigger way.
Nice. What advice do you have for me? Because the whole reason I started this podcast and our YouTube channel is I wanted to promote local, Vegas businesses, because I feel like a lot of people are moving here and they don't realize that Vegas is more than just the strip and the casino. And now we have, sports teams and all that, but there's so many amazing local businesses.
There is. I would say social media, social media, there's so much power in it.
Is Facebook cool or no? Are we just Instagram and
you can
TikTok?
try it.
Okay.
I think I've realized Instagram Reels is where it's at. Instagram Reels and TikTok.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And it's so easy now, because even like when I'm scrolling, I see so much Vegas stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's so easy to connect with people in Vegas.
That's great. Do you ever, when you're on there, see people and just invite them to Baddies Love Coffee, or?
I've seen a lot of, I've seen a lot of women post like, hey, I just moved to Vegas. I'm looking for things to do.
Nice.
So I'll comment on their posts like, hey, come to a Baddies Love Coffee event. Things like that. I mean, I've seen a lot of restaurants post on there, a lot of businesses, a lot of realtors too.
Okay. I like that. I see you like walking around with like little cards or little like stickers and saying like, here, Baddie, you need to be part of our group. Do you do that?
I don't, but I have so many people invite people like Mishak and his friends. Mm-hmm. They invite people when they go out at night.
That's awesome.
They're doing the work.
Yeah, you got people doing the work for you. I don't know why I thought a sticker, but I don't know.
No, that's a good idea. We need a business card.
Yeah, or get sticker with the merch, and that way they can buy the sticker and you can hand it and say like, here, on the back's our QR code to our new website. You're the marketing person, not me. Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I rely on my daughter for all the cool stuff.
Yeah, we might have to release those mugs.
Those mugs were awesome, you know. So I think Mishak and Luis kind of sponsored those mugs, right? And I told them, you better save one for me, and they did. So the mugs was cool. I don't know how they made it to a women's event. If my wife wasn't listening, I would say I'd volunteer whenever you need help. I want to be around baddies. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I think what you're doing is absolutely amazing.
Thank you. We really appreciate the support, especially from them.
Yeah.
To support a women's community, that's huge.
Well, you guys are everything. I mean, I wouldn't be sitting here today without a woman, right? I mean, you guys are incredible and you guys deserve it. And I'm happy there's people like you, you know, spreading the message about it. And I think finding friends is something that's very difficult. And I don't think it's an age group. You know, I see it with a lot of young agents, young people I know who are in their early 20s and they're struggling.
Yeah. I've seen women, they come to the events there because a lot of people ask me, what's the age range? Or I get comments like, hey, what ages go to this? Because I want to know if I can go.
Is there?
No, it's open, but there's a range from like 21 to like 60. Like I've seen such a big range there. So, but look, at the end of the day, we all need community. Yeah. And all women are welcome. We all need each other. So that's just what it's about.
That's incredible. When are we going to see you on stage?
Maybe, hopefully soon. Hopefully if I can check that off my goal. Okay.
Maybe we'll start at our team meeting first. Come up and talk in front of all those agents and inspire them.
Yeah, we can do a baddie workshop.
Ooh, I like that. Can the male people come on the team or just females?
I guess they all need a little baddie in them.
Okay. We'll let them watch. But yeah, that's incredible. So give us I was gonna say the website, but that's not out yet, right? So
no, but coming soon. It'll be on our Instagram.
Okay. So give us the Instagram and give us the TikTok.
Yeah, so both of our Instagram and TikTok is
handle, right? That's what they call them. Okay. See, I'm hip.
It's at Baddies Love Coffee LV.
Baddies Love Coffee LV. Okay.
Yes.
That both of them are?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. So check out her Instagram. Check out her TikTok. YouTube's coming soon.
Maybe. That's pretty hard.
It is. It is. I've noticed when we started again, and I actually had it when I was telling you my story about my sister. I started it 6 or 7 years ago because we live on a farm. So I started something called Farm Fridays. And every Friday I would record with a different animal and go to my client's house. And it's crazy because I'll do a house tour of a gorgeous multi-million-dollar home and look at the views. And then I'll do a video with my goat, and that will have like 20,000 views. And I'm like, okay, people love animals and cute stuff. So
have you tried YouTube Shorts?
That's actually really taken off.
Yeah.
That's taken off a lot. So that's what I was going to give you advice is maybe starts with the shorts and then go into kind of
maybe
long form. But the shorts have been great. And now we're doing long form YouTube where when I interview a local business owner on the podcast, I also feature their business. So we go to their business and we do like a 10-15 minute video about their business and really put it out there. So it's called Vegas Local Living. So when people come here, they can look it up, see what Vegas is all about. We've had restaurants, we've had salons, we've had different stuff. And actually that event that you did at the Ferguson's, the week this podcast comes out, we're going to put that video on there too. So people can get to see that. Yeah. So I feel like it kind of goes along with it. So YouTube is great. Believe it or not. I mean, we think people don't have patience anymore because they're just scrolling all day, but they kind of want that long form feel too. So we're excited with all your new stuff. Thank you so much for sitting with me. I've been dying to get to know you and hear your journey, and it's incredible and inspiring.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.